Practicing journalists and communicators in Cameroon and around the world commemorates the International Day to end impunity for crimes against journalists. But what does such a day mean to the lives of the men and women of the Fourth Estate? High Prime Newscast of today provides to you the plight and manner in which most of the media practitioners go through for the execution of their job. That was our lone headline. Good evening to you all. You are welcome to High Prime of Thursday, the 2nd of November 2023. We start off this newscast with this health report. Public health experts in the Southwest region have sounded the alarm bell against the spread of conjunctivitis in the Southwest region and the nation at large. The epidemic is said to be in high risk propagation, especially in workplaces and schools around the country. Cynthia Latte has more.
The alarm about the spread of conjunctivitis epidemics in Cameroon has been sounded by the Minister of Public Health, Dr. Manawuda Malachi, indicating clusters of infections in schools. The Southwest Regional Delegate of Public Health, in the same light, outlines the symptoms alongside preventive measures.
I want to use this opportunity to reiterate the press release of the Minister of Public Health, Dr. Manawuda Malachi, that was on the 20th. Informing about the conjunctivitis epidemic, and instructing that we should take specific measures at our different regions. Of course, that is what I'm doing with the stakeholders, to inform them first for the presence of this epidemic and what are the corrective measures that we can take to reduce its spread and of course to reduce its contamination. So that's why we still call on the population to know that conjunctivitis exists. Conjunctivitis is very contagious. Conjunctivitis spread can be limited. They just need to follow specific measures. The first measure is hand washing, the normal hand washing that we do. The second is stop retaining those who are contaminated in offices and in schools. They should go back home. The third is to avoid contact. Avoid contact with this person. That's what we call barrier methods. Avoid contact such that the spread will be limited. And again, we report these cases so that we can help you to manage them and manage them as fast as possible.
The Health Minister stated in a release on October 30, 2023 that the situation represents a high risk of propagation in the community and more specifically in schools and workplaces throughout the country. Limiting close contacts with people suffering from conjunctivitis without protection, using of single-use towels or tissues, expulsion from schools and workplaces is recommended for people with the epidemics.
The common man should just know firstly that you have itchy eyes and redness of the eyes, and after that you start with sticky eyes. The eyes are sticky. Maybe you get up in the morning and to open your eyes is very difficult because it becomes sticky. You might have discharges. Discharges might come either watery or pulse or purulent. When you have any symptom of your eye now, whether it's itching, whether it's a pain, whether it's a color that has become red, whether it's a sticky nature, whether it's a discharge that is coming from there, please consult me. So that when you consult me, know whether it's conjunctivitis, I will give you necessary medications and instructions to follow.
Dr. Manawuda Malachi has further called on the population to go to the nearest health facility in case of symptoms and to respect the preventive measures against the disease commonly called Apollo. Health experts have advised the population to avoid resorting to local treatments, including the salty water therapy, eye drops, amongst others in case of infection.
An environmental non-profit organization known as the Numfor Solange Foundation, in collaboration with World Change Agent of Japan, has donated some 10 brand new computers to some secondary schools in the West Coast subdivision and the Limbetu subdivision, all of the Southwest region. The gesture that follows in line with the planting of tree exercise is geared towards ensuring school campuses across this region are being kept clean, as our reporter has more. The environmental non-profit organization known as the Numfor Solange Foundation, in collaboration with Change Agent Incorporated in Japan, are donating these 10 brand new computers to these two secondary schools of GTHS Bakingeli and Faith International Comprehensive College in Mukinzi of the Limbetu and West Coast subdivisions respectively.
The Numfor Solange Foundation, basically today, we have carried out a sensitization campaign on the importance of tree planting, the importance of taking care of our environment, and the importance of fighting global warming through system thinking. And we have also donated some computers. Objective behind the move, the move is just to create an awareness on the importance for us to take special care of our environment, to ease the method of learning for the students in our community, especially by since the world is going digital.
The visit to Bakingli equally saw the planting of tree exercise in order to mitigate the adverse effects of climate change.
It's just a good initiative. Today we started at Bakingli where we planted trees, and we know how important and relevant are trees to the fight against global warming. We are seeing what is happening nowadays. We are in November and we still have very, very heavy rains. It's really showing that we have what we call climate change. And we know that for us to fight global warming and climate change, one of the most important things that we can do is to plant trees.
Being thrilled by the donation of the set computers, the school authorities appreciate the gesture and insist it will go a long way to better off the learning process.
Very happy because it is the first time we are receiving a consignment of gifts in this school. And being computers again and understanding the importance of computers in education and in the life of the students, I hope that is going a long way to raise the academic standards of our school.
The students on their part did a presentation on STEM thinking as they say the non-governmental organization is coming to their aid in an adequate moment.
The topic which I did today was tree planting, and tree planting is the cultivation of trees in an environment. And I was supporting the fact that trees are very beneficial to human and the environment in the sense of health, food, environmental protection, and so many more things.
With this donation of computers and planting of trees in the set school, the Numfo Solange Foundation and her partners remain firm in making sure education and environmental friendly solutions are being provided. An advocacy meeting with the Southwest Governors Forum and other stakeholders in the region has met in Buea last Wednesday, November 1, 2023, in preparation for the second phase of the vaccination campaign against poliomyelitis. This aim of the meeting is to ensure everyone in the region is being informed on what the poliomyelitis vaccination campaign will be all about, as they urge everyone in the region to participate fully in order for children to be vaccinated against the poliomyelitis disease. More with you, Princess Alice Like Ikomi.
In bringing everyone on board to ensure the effective response to the round 2 vaccination campaign against poliomyelitis, an advocacy meeting with the Governors Forum and other stakeholders in preparation for the vaccine has been held in Buea this Wednesday, November 1, 2023.
27% during the first round of the polio vaccine campaign, and we're hoping to do better this second round that is starting on the 3rd through the 5th of November.
The response for the first round was quite encouraging, and hands are being put on deck to achieve better results.
The first strategy is normally the door-to-door strategy. And you know that our region is a region that has also some security challenges. So we don't stick just on door-to-door strategy. We also do other hit-and-run strategies. We do fixed strategies, and we do fixed mobile strategies. So there are different types of strategies that are adapted to the different community that is the problem. So we don't have the same strategy that is disseminated throughout the region. Each specific health community, we have an adapted strategy that we have discussed and agreed with that community. Of course, polio is one of the most incapacitating virus. So we should carry out all our children 0 to 5 to take this vaccine. Not only that, every other child right up to 23 months that has not had the routine vaccine should also be presented so that this child should have the catch-up of this vaccine. This is very important.
It is important for every child to get this vaccine.
The second round campaign is very important. I can call it a follow-up campaign because the first campaign was to reduce immunity, but the second round complements this immunity that is required to prevent the circulating vaccine-derived variant of the poliovirus in the Southwest region. We had some refusals during the first round vaccination campaign, mainly because the parents were not around when the teams were coming for vaccination. We also realized that based on some perceptions in the community, there were also refusals, and what is to take note is that 95% of these refusals were managed. This second round, we're looking at those 5% that were not managed, and we've developed messages, we've developed the various strategies which we are going to use to go down and convince these people who refuse vaccination during the first round.
Come the 3rd to the 5th of November, it is expected that parents make their children available for the vaccine.
Over now to our lone headline story. Journalists and communicators across the world today observe the International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists. The day that seeks to reflect on the plight in which journalists go through on a daily basis in the execution of the journalism profession is one that seeks to address some of those worries. Claudine Tamfu has more.
Every year, the international community comes to reflect on the working conditions in which the men and women of the Fourth Estate go through. As such, this has led to the commemoration of the International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists. With the low or non-payment of salaries to the journalists and attacks from both the state and non-state actors, the 2023 Observer seeks to raise awareness of challenges faced by journalists and communicators in the exercise of their profession and to warn of the escalation of violation and repression against them. The Cameroonian experience of practicing journalists is equally not different from that of other countries as per the report of the Committee to Protect Journalists (CPJ) by 2022. The situation Samuel Wazizi, Martinez Zogo and Rebecca Jemia, who was killed by an explosion in Momo Division of the Northwest, are a few examples that are quite fresh in the memories of Cameroonians and other observers. With Cameroon ranked 3rd worst jailer of journalists in Africa in 2022 by the CPJ in New York City. With the aforementioned points enumerated above in different countries, state and non-state actors are called upon to respect journalists and communicators as they are just harmless persons executing their jobs. The year's theme: the violence against journalists, the integrity of elections and the role. You might kill the messenger, but his